are you, my friends? Welcome to this part 5, basic math terms. It's about basic operations. It's very simple. I just want to clarify around 18 words that can be used in this topic. So this is basic math terms, operations, part 5. I listed here 18 words. Some of them are easy, some of them you need to understand in details. So I just go quickly here: addition, sum, plus, total, subtraction, difference, multiplication, product, times, division, quotient. You see the quotient here, number 13. When you divide something over something, this is the result. We call it quotient, dividend, divisor, long division, remainder, synthetic division. Some of them are not clear. So let's go and start with addition, the easiest thing we can do in math. The verb is to add. So some words that are related to addition, we can say the plus sign. We can say the sum. We can say plus. We can say increase. We can say more. We can say total. So all these words can be used in the addition. So I put here 2 examples. 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So we say 2 plus 3 equals 5. So sometimes we have English statements we can translate to math statement. Like this example, a number increased by 5 is 10 added to triple the number. See, when we say a number, so directly we can think of X or Y or A or B or some variable. A number increased by 5, so it's X plus 5, increased by 5. Is, when you see the word is here, directly we go to equal. Is means equal when you translate it. 10, so just write 10. Added, see it's added, 10 plus, triple the same number here. Triple the X, 3 times X. So X plus 5 is equal to 10 plus 3x. That's an equation. Now in English we say a number increased by 5 is 10 added to triple the number. Let's see, subtraction. Subtraction is the minus. So the verb is to subtract. So the words used in subtraction are minus, the difference, less, take away, deduct, decrease. Let's look at one example here. Your age, suppose your age is S, like student, we can just the word student here. Your age is 15 years less than your teacher's age, T. So the is, as I mentioned before, is equal here. So your age, so I write S equals 15 years less than your teacher's age. So we cannot say 15 minus T. No, it's 15 less than the age of the teacher. So S equals T minus 15. This is the way we translate. Now, multiplication is nice. To multiply, the verb is to multiply. So the word used in multiplication is the sign of the multiplication, the product, by, or times. So we say the product of 4 and 5 is 20. See, the product is the result of multiplication. 4 times 5 in the bracket, when you multiply, you get 20. Let's see a nice example here. Translate. The product of 3 and a number. See, the product of 3 and a number is 55 more than the number. See, the product of 3, so 3 times the X. That's the number. We can say let x be the number. Is, we write directly, when we say is, we write directly equals. 55 more than, we have seen that in the plus. 55 more than the number. So 55 plus the x, not times. In the first one, we say product, 3x. Now division. Let's see, the verb here is to divide. The words are used in division like quotient. Quotient means the result of dividing. Remainder, what's left, and over, we say A over B, something. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7. So we can make a simple equation there. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. Let's see more difficult, challenging question. 7 divided by the sum of a number and 8 is the reciprocal of the number. Well, it's not that easy. Please try to concentrate, read it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times until you translate correctly. Because sometimes in math you have to translate correctly, and then after you translate, you make the equation and then you solve it to find the value of x or the number required. So let's see again. 7 divided by, so I write 7 and then division, you see? 7 divided by what? By the sum. When I see the word sum, means there is a plus and there are 2 numbers. See, the sum of something and something. So the sum of the number, which is the x, let's call it x, you can call it y if you like, x and 8, so x plus 8. Is we go directly, as I mentioned, is the equal, the reciprocal of the number. See, the number is x, the reciprocal 1 over x. So for sure x cannot be 0 here. Okay. Now, to see the word reciprocal, you can check other videos by definition. So this is we invert the number. Let's see, dividing numbers. I put here one simple example also, very simple example to show you the words in division. See, we have quotient. See, that's the result here. Quotient up, we have dividend. This is the number here we are dividing, the principal number, the basic number, and divisor. See, 92, we need to divide by 5. So on the numerator here, we call it dividend. Dividend. This one, divisor, what we are dividing by. So 92, let's divide by 5. So I take 9, divide by 5, 1. See, I take the first unit. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Then bring the 2 down. 42 divided by 5 is 8. Because when you multiply 8 times 5 is 40. And subtract, you get 2. So this 2 is less than the 5. We stop here. We say this is the remainder. See, that's the remainder. And the result here, we call it the result. Remember, the result of division is called quotient. And also you can write here always 92 divided by 5. You can write here the quotient by itself plus the remainder over the divisor. That's always true. See, when you add these two numbers, you will get 92 over 5. Now, this is a long division. You can see long division, see the video on long division. It will take time to explain. Here I'm expressing, I'm explaining, I'm clarifying only the words, the terms, the mathematical terms and vocabulary, not the method. The method, it takes time to explain. You can see other videos on long division. I just put an example here. See, this is same method as this example, but this is very easy numbers. 92 divided by 5. This is with variables, but we call it long division because it is long. It takes time. So if you understand it here, it's okay. If not, you need more details, please go to the video on long division. So I'm dividing here 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4. This is the dividend. Divide by x minus 2. You see, this is the method here. I'll just explain quickly. I take the term with the highest power. See, this power should be in descending powers. Start with the highest, lowest, lowest. So I take 6x cubed, the highest, divide by x only here. So I get 6x squared. That's the first part in the quotient. Then I multiply. See, multiply 6x squared times x, 6x squared times 2. Then I subtract. So you divide first, then you multiply, then you subtract. That's a long division. And then you go continue. If you find any difficulty here, you can see the video on long division, or you can go back a little for simple numbers here and go in details. How do we do this? Divide 9 by 5, and then multiply 1 times 5, then subtract. You can get the same answer. Now, there is another method. Also, you can see the video on another method. We call it synthetic division. Synthetic division is always simple, very fast. It is not long, but we don't call it short division. We call it synthetic division. Synthetic division, when the divisor is a linear. Also, you can see the video on synthetic division. And I put here in this slide with many nice colors, a comparison. You see, you can compare. This is a long division. You see a long division, 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 0x plus 5 divided by x minus 3. You can use the long division in the previous example here. You get quotient, you get remainder. Also, if the divisor, you see the divisor here, x minus 3, see the power here is 1. So you can use synthetic. Only we take the x here, x minus 3 equals 0, so x will be 3. I put 3 here, then I take the coefficients here, 2 minus 7, 0 and 5. And then you bring the 2 down. Here you multiply 2 times 3, 6, then you add. See the method, it looks opposite to the long division, but we get the same answer. See, the last number here is the remainder, and the last number here is the remainder minus 4. But in the synthetic, we take only coefficients. We don't use x and x squared and x cubed. But we know in our mind that this will be the coefficient of the x squared, this will be the coefficient of the x, this will be the constant, and this will be the remainder. So in synthetic division, we use only the coefficients. The coefficients. If you need to know more about coefficients and terms, you can go to Basic Math Terms, part number 1 about coefficients. And also the name of the channel here is Math, Coefficients and Terms. All right, let's see question number 1. I think this is a good idea now to pause the video, please, for a minute or so and try to translate yourself this question to find the x, because now there is no solution here. Solution will be next slide. So let's see the sum. You can read it also by yourself, please. Then I can explain it. Okay. Did you get the answer? The sum of twice a number. So let the number be x. So the sum, there is a sum, means when you say a sum, that means there are two numbers. The sum of twice a number and the 7. Is, you see, is here, different color. Is means equal for sure. The product, also when you see the product, it means two things, two numbers you are multiplying. So they are separated by and. See the product of here 5, easy. 1 less than the number. Let's find the number. Did you find the number? Okay, quickly we can check. The number is 4. Okay. See, the sum of twice a number and 7, twice the number and 7, so 2 times x plus 7 is equal the product you multiply 1. See, x minus 1 less than the number. So x minus 1 times the 5. Here we distribute here 5x minus 5. Now take 2x on the other side, 3x is equal to 12. Divide by 3, x will be 4. So number is 4, easy. Let's see another question. There are 3 questions here. Just translate here we need. So it's also very good time to practice. The product of 3 and a number decreased by 5 is 10 added to half the number. What is the number? We just need to translate. You can also try to find the variable, the number which is x, or you can call it y or z or w. But the important part here is how to translate, how to know the word, the product. Product means a product when you multiply 2 things. A number decreased by 5, decreased, there is a minus. Added, 10, added, there is a plus. Half the number, x over 2. So the product of 3 and the number decreased by 5. See, number decreased by 5. So x minus 5 times the 3 equals, is means equal. 10 added, so 10 plus half the number. We can write half x or x over 2. That's what we need. This is the translation. Now to solve it, I think it's easy. You can multiply 3 times x, multiply 3 times 15. And here we have half x, multiply the whole equation by 2. You will get x 10. You can try it. X should be equal to 10. Let's see question number 3. Find the quotient and the remainder when dividing 6,325 by 25. Similar to the question I gave you at the beginning, but this is more big numbers. So divide 6,325 by 25. Try to give me the quotient, which is, quotient means the result. The result after we divide, and then the remainder is whatever left at the end. Take a minute, try it please, and then you can check the answer on the next slide. Let's see. What do you get here? In the quotient, you get 253. Did you get that? I think. In the remainder, you get 0. See, sometimes we get 0 in the remainder, and sometimes you get any other number less than 25. So 6,325 quickly. I take the first 2 digits here. 63 divided by 25 is 2. 2 times 25 is 50. So we subtract 3 minus 0, 3. 6 minus 5 is 1. So I bring the 2 down. 132 divided by 25. So there are 5 25s in the 132. Multiply 5 times 25, 125. So when you subtract, you get here 12 minus 5 is 7. You bring the 5 down. 75 divided by 25 is 3. And now when you subtract, you get the remainder 0. See, this is, we call it dividend. I mentioned before that. This is divisor. And the whole process is a long division. The quotient is 253. Now, usually I leave some questions as a practice for you. Please just translate this question. You will find the answer, the last slide. Also practice number 2, divide 9307 by 21 and see what you get in the quotient and remainder. The answers are there, practice 1 and practice 2. Thank you for watching. I hope I can see you in another video with another topic. Thank you very much.